Time to talk about discoveries. In this video, we're going to cover the best fragrance discoveries I made in January of 2024. If you love fragrances that will help you stand out from the crowd, fragrances that will definitely give you an edge, this video is for you. So stick around, it's coming up right now. Welcome back to another video. 𝗥𝗿𝗄𝗏 here. If you do love to make a great first impression, smelling good is a great way to start. So today we're going to talk about 5 discoveries I made in January from the niche side of things. Could have been designers, could have been new releases. It doesn't matter with the discoveries. It could be anything that really made me feel great about the fragrance when I wore them. It just gave me something that it's not more of the same. With the Discovery series, you guys will get the best fragrances from each month from me, usually about 5 fragrances. At the end of the year, you get the best discoveries of the year. And of course, you get the best releases of the year as well. So without any further ado, let's hop into this video. We're going to kick off the list here with a fragrance brand that you probably heard of. This is called Marc Buxton Perfumes. This is 𝗦𝗏𝗡𝗄𝐴. Now, the reason why I picked this one, and I have a few from this line, but 𝗦𝗏𝗡𝗄𝗆 is a great tropical take on fougere. You're gonna have all the compounds and elements of a fougere, of course, the lavender, the green herbal components, but this one here gives you a tropical vibe. You're gonna have this juicy pear note along with a fig and a coconut, so it's a tropical, bright, fruity take on fougere. Loving this one. In fact, Marc Buxton is a fragrance brand that I do enjoy. I talked about with you guys, I think, in the first half of last year quite a bit. And this one here is something that, because it's called a fougere, it might turn some people away. This one here is a very inviting, fruity, tropical take on fougere. Guys, don't dismiss this one. Definitely try it. If you have tried anything from the brand of Marc Buxton that you love, please share in the comments, because it's one of those brands that I really want to get more into it. Second choice here today is going to be another fougere, and this is going to be more of a gentlemanly, more masculine take on fougere. This is the big guns. This is going to be from the house of Nobile 1942 from Italy. This is Fougère Nobile, a noble fougere. Now this is where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. I love this one. Now this is going to be a boozy take on fougere. It opens up with this almost whiskey kind of a vibe. Also bright and fruity along with a blonde tobacco note. So it's a very pleasant fougere, although it's gonna have the lavender, the green components, the vetiver, the oak moss in the base. So as the fragrance warms up with your body, it'll definitely become more traditional smelling. But the opening here, guys, will definitely grab you a hello. To give you some prospect, to give you some ideas of what this reminds me of, if you took Fougère d'Argent from Tom Ford and you mix it up with MDCI Parfums Invasion Barbare, that's kind of like what I get here. This is a very amazing take on fougere. And this is another brand that I don't ever talk about here on the channel. This is my first experience with Nobile 1942. So if you guys have tried this brand from Italy, let me know in the comments which other fragrances from this line I should check out, because this one here is definitely a great one. Next up, a fragrance that to me had me a hello just from the name itself. I do love my leathers, my whiskey, boozy kind of fragrances, my fougères, of course, vetiver, base scents. This one here has it all. From the house of Farmacia 1561 Firenze, this is from Italy, and this is a brand that was sold back in the day, in the 1500s, in pharmacies. So it's one of those brands that's been around for hundreds of years. This is going to be called Farmacia Annunziata 1561 Firenze Whiskey Nobile. Another whiskey fragrance in my collection. I'm glad to have this one. This is called Noble Whiskey, if you translate it to English. And ladies and gentlemen, if you love the note of whiskey in your fragrances, this is a must try. It's gonna open up very boozy and fruity. You have incense, woody notes, guaiac wood, vetiver in the base, tons of woody and aromatic components, tons of spices up top, but the whiskey note here is done amazingly, to perfection. If you, like myself, love yourself a great boozy scent, look no further, guys. Try Whiskey Nobile. It's gonna have a little bit of a smoky undertone along with that vetiver that I talked about. The guaiac wood though, the citrus notes up top with the whiskey will make this just sing on your skin, guys. Do yourself a favor, try Whiskey Nobile, come back here and definitely let me know how you feel. And with this brand, this is my first experience with this brand as well. This year I'm really trying to dive into brands that have been around for a long time that perhaps I have not tried yet. This is definitely one of them. Very impressed with this one so far. And again, if you guys try this brand, if you're listening to this video out there on YouTube land and you know this brand, you're familiar with this brand, what other fragrances from Farmacia Annunziata I should get my nose on? Please comment down below. Next up, a fragrance released of last year. This particular one really talks about or encompasses a particular accord that I talked about immensely with you guys last year, and I said it was going to be very prominent this year in the world of fragrances. The note of Coca-Cola, that cola vibe, that fizzy, bubbly, sparkly Coca-Cola vibe. As soon as you open a can or a bottle, you get that smell with the spices, the nutmeg, perhaps cardamom, cinnamon. Anyway, if you know the smell of Coca-Cola, you're gonna get it right here, guys. This is 𝗡𝐼𝐼, and this is called Vanille Noir. So opens up, think about it this way, like a vanilla cola. Opens up spicy, fizzy, and bright and fruity, just like a Coca-Cola. Like you open a cola, you're gonna smell exactly what I'm saying. If you get this fragrance, you're gonna be like, wow, Max was not kidding. This smells like Coca-Cola in a bottle. But it will develop. You're gonna get some warmer components here like sandalwood, vetiver, definitely tons of woods and spices. This will definitely grow on you guys if you try this fragrance. And from everything I talked about, this is the most universally appealing, gender-free, unisex fragrance here on this list. And this one and the last one I'm going to talk about in a second. If you love Coca-Cola and if you love vanilla and spicy, smoky, woody vanilla, warm, spicy, sweet, seductive, this will definitely get you guys going. In fact, if this fragrance was in my possession, about a month ago, this would have made my top romantic Valentine's scents for this year. In fact, I might do another video. I did a video for you guys of the most romantic fragrances, which I think was the video before this one. This would have made that list for sure. If that was a top 20, this would be there. Incredible find for me from this year, January, 𝗡𝗼𝐼𝐼 Vanille Noir. Try this one, guys. Trust me, this is fire. Speaking of fire, if you love tobacco, warm, spicy tobacco, ambery, woody, guys, this one here will definitely scratch you where you itch. From the house of Welton, London, UK, Lucky Charm. Now this one is an extrait de parfum, very nicely concentrated. Loving this stuff, guys. This is love at first sniff for me. I tried this one, I believe at Scent Explorer in December of last year, and I just had to get a bottle. My bottle arrived a couple weeks ago. I've been rocking this fragrance. It's perfect season for this fragrance, fall, winter, early spring. You could rock this as a signature scent, don't get me wrong, but because of the heaviness of the notes here, the spiciness, the ambery notes, the woody notes, this and the tobacco, of course, incredible. Almost get like a honey feel here as well, like a sweet honey accord with that tobacco. I am in love with this one, guys. From the haul here, my favorite find of January 2024. This would take the cake from #1 best find of the month. Try this one, ladies and gentlemen. This one has a port wine, kind of a boozy feel with that tobacco, the spices, the resins, magnetic cap. Really, really incredible stuff right here, guys. Welton, London, Lucky Charm, extrait de parfum, one of my favorite finds of the year so far. And of course, there's much more to come. It's only the beginning of the year. If you want to try any of these fragrances, you can head over to perfume.com, which is the place to try fragrances before you buy them. You can actually carry them with you, of course, reapply during the day, live with the scent, make sure you love them before you guys commit to a full bottle. Use my code. Everything will be listed in the description of this video, and of course, all the fragrances as well. If you want to try hard to find fragrances and off the beaten path fragrances that are very exclusive, check out Fragopedia.com, which is where I found these fragrances, and I'm going to be diving more and more because they have about 45 to 50 extremely well curated niche perfume brands. A lot of those brands I myself will be discovering in 2024, and you can too, using my code MAXSTAN to introduce this particular website here on the channel. If you do enjoy what I do here, if you do enjoy the channel, please, I ask of you not much, just give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell if you want to see these videos more and more. I produce at least one full video for you guys every week. As always, guys, stick around, wear what truly moves you, and I'll see you here in the next one. Take care.